So today I'm going to be bringing y'all the 80th build that we found together in NBA 2K25, and the builds only continue to get better, man. So with this one today, this is going to be the 6'7" point god. Now, I gotta say, man, this is probably the absolute best isolation guards that you can make out there. Now, as you can see with the comparisons of Jalen Suggs, we also got Gilbert Arenas and Dejounte Murray. Now, I went back and forth into detail with making sure that we get everything from being able to reach a 99 plus on the driving dunk, mid-range shot, three-pointer, perimeter defense, steal, and strength. Now, I'm telling you right now, man, this is the absolute best 1v1 build that you can make at a guard. Now, on top of that, bro, I wanted to be sure that we can stop post scorers, big man. I did not want to get posted up on this build, and I really just wanted to be all around. So I think this is absolutely one of the best builds that you can possibly make going into NBA 2K25 Season 3. And I just want to say thank every single one of y'all for the support. So if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family. And last but definitely not least, man, I gotta say thank God King Jesus for another day and another opportunity. Comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I will definitely be sure to get back to you with the response. So let's get started with the breakdown of this build today. So make sure you label it number 80, and the first thing that we're doing is putting this build under the point guard position. Now, as far as when it comes towards our weight today, I decided to go with 217, and then for that wingspan, to get the most out of the actual offensive abilities, we're going to go with 6'9". So this is pretty much what we're going to be looking like moving forward. And the first area that I think is going to be the most important to start out with is going to be these physicals. So I'm going to go with the 70 speed, 80 agility. As far as when it comes towards this strength today, I'm going to put this all the way up to a 91 with a 78 vertical. Now you can pretty see how well balanced we are on this side of the ball, and I'm telling you it's only going to open up the rest of the build. So as we get into the breakdown of the finishing, I'm going to go ahead and put that close shot all the way up to a 72. Now for that driving layup, this is optional. I wanted to be able to get the best layup style, so I'm going to go with an 80. As we get into that driving dunk, man, go all the way up to an 89, and that will allow us to get potentially contact dunks. Now, for that standing dunk, I'm going to go with a 45, and this is pretty much what we're going to be looking like on the finishing side of the ball. Now, from top to bottom, from the physicals back into the finishing, bro, I can definitely say that this build has everything the more needed that you want out of this side of the ball. On top of that, bro, you're not going to be able to get bullied on this one. I would say that this is going to be the build that is enforcing the bully side. So from here, let's go ahead and check out what we can do with the shooting. On that mid-range shot, I'm going to put this all the way up to an 87. Getting into that three-pointer, this is optional, but I am going to go with an 83. And then for that free throw, man, make sure you go all the way up to an 80. So not only are you one of the main threats from that offensive side, but you can definitely spark on this build from shooting and easily be one of the best finishers. Now, for the playmaking, go ahead and put that pass accuracy all the way up to a 52. As we get into the breakdown of the ball handle, I'm going to go with a 77 and a 68 speed with ball. So as you can see from the offensive side, man, we're already a 90 overall. And as far as for being all around, man, this is probably one of the best guard builds for that. So once we get into that defensive end, I'm going to put my interior all the way up to a 74. Getting into that perimeter, let's go with a 91. 92 when it comes towards our steal. 74 when it comes towards our block today. And then as you get into the breakdown of the rebounding, so this is optional. You know, you got to make sure that you at least go with a 60 defensive rebound. The offensive, we're going to leave this at a 25, and pretty much this is what we're going to be looking like once you get this build maxed out. So as you can see, when it comes towards this build on the defensive side, you pretty much have that strength that is really going to help you out when going up against bigger defenders. Now, something that we all need to take into account is going to be these badges, but from top to bottom, man, I really don't see any weakness on this build. So as far as for the badges today, as you can see, we get strong handle on the Hall of Fame tier. From there, we're also going to be able to get immovable enforcer and off-ball pass. So the badges are really going to help you out on that defensive end, but even more so when it comes towards the playmaking itself. Now for the gold, we get brick wall. From there, we're also going to get aerial wizard. You know, I really like love, and then from there you get interceptor, on ball menace with pick dodger. So you really get the best of both worlds when it comes towards the offense and the defensive side. The badges are really catering towards that. Now for these silver badges, we get shifty shooter. You're also getting posterizer, set shot specialist, physical finisher with deadeye. Then we get challenger and float game, man. So from top to bottom, I don't think there's any extra badges that I can say that I personally do want on this build. Now when it comes towards these bronze, we get slippery off ball. From there, we get post lockdown, paint patroller, Pipeline Denier. We're also going to be able to get Box Out Beast with Layup Mixmaster. For the next tier, we get Lightning Launch, also Handles for Days, Ankle Assassin, Limitless Range, Unpluckable, with one of the best badges in the game, Rebound Chaser. So you can see just how well we are equipped on this side of the ball, and I'm telling you, man, the build only continues to get better as we get into the breakdown of these takeovers. Let me know your thoughts and opinions so far. Is there anything that you potentially would change or do to make this build a little bit better? So as you can see, we get Above the Rim, Clinic, Finisher, we get Glue, Make It Rain, Mirror, Pest, Slice, Swiper, and 3&D. Now, on top of that, we get the Claw, Spot Up Shooter, Pickpocket, Nuisance, Midi Maestro, Great Wall, Fortress, Driver, Bully, and really the best takeovers that I like to pick are going to be the ones that give you either a +8 or a 15 put towards your attributes. Now, I really like to focus on the actual takeover ability. A few takeovers that I personally do like are going to be Fortress, Great Wall. You know, you can also go with Make It Rain. 3&D, none of these are a bad option. Now, as far as when it comes towards the actual cap breakers, that's something else that we do need to think about. So we can potentially throw it towards that finishing to get more contact dunks. Even if you wanted to throw it towards that driving layup, you know, you can potentially get more layup styles. Even out of that mid-range shot, if you want to get more badges, jump shot releases, or bases, that's another option. Or even towards that ball handle, man. It all comes down to what you're most comfortable with, and I think truly, you know, there's really no wrong option to go with on this build today. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one, man. Is there anything that you potentially would do to change or make it a little bit better? I think from the attributes, the badges, all the way into the takeovers and cap breakers, this build is really suited to have a lot of success in pretty much almost any game mode. So if you made it to the very end, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. Now from here, man, let's go ahead and move forward to make sure that everybody made this build correctly. Now, that comparison of Jalen Suggs, Gilbert Arenas, Deontay Murray, and coming up at the 80th build that we found together on this channel, we got the best 6'7" point guard, also known as the two-way 3-level scoring threat. Now, with this one today, man, I'm telling you, take it into the 1v1. And this is going to be one of the best builds out there. Now, I'm thinking of making this one of my primary builds for Season 3. Let me know if y'all want to see some gameplay with this one. Let's get this video to 100 likes, and I will definitely be sure to bring it to y'all. However, man, I just need to let y'all know that none of this would be possible, us building the most positive 2K, Christ-like minded community here on YouTube and in the 2K community as a whole. So, once again, thank you so much for your support. Thank the Lord above, King Jesus, for another day and another opportunity. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family. And last, but definitely not least, with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.